Okay, so I have kind of a big announcement. So a couple months ago, I was talking to one of my oldest friends, Rich Levy. And Rich says to me, so what are you going to do on your channel this year? And I said, what do you mean? He says, we got to do something new, right? I said, yeah, I have a couple ideas. I said, what are you thinking? He said, why don't you take your show live in front of an audience? And I said, what, like, where? He said, let me talk to my boss in New York, Christian, and Rich works for Live Nation. Rich and I have been friends for almost 30 years. Let me talk to Christian and see what he thinks, see if he thinks this is a good idea. Maybe you could do it at a venue in New York City. I said, all right. So anyways, he emails me about an hour later. He's like, Christian loves the idea. He watches your channel. I said, okay. So I get an email from Christian. Christian said, let's get on with a Zoom call with the other people that book the New York venues. So I get on a Zoom call with about 5 or 6 people who all watch the channel. And I said, what do you envision for this? And they said, well, we do this a lot with podcasters. They'll come out, talk to the audience first, and then they'll do a big Q&A, answer questions from the audience, and then maybe have a guest or two. And I thought, okay, well, how long would it be? And they said, 90 minutes typically. A couple days later, they say, I think we have a good venue. How does this date work? And the date was March 16th, which is next month. And it's at a place called the Gramercy Theater. So I said, is this going to be a seated thing? They said, yeah. People will sit down and they can ask questions and you can do whatever you want. So I thought, okay, well, what would make for a good live show? This isn't going to be broadcast on YouTube, so maybe I can actually play stuff that I can't play on YouTube and talk about it, and that can be part of the show. So they asked me, what would the name be? And I said, well, how about Rick Beato Unedited, right? Because typically I'm editing these videos. I mean, typically I just sit here and I talk to the camera. This is what I see. I just talk to nothing all the time. And the idea of getting out and meeting people is a great thing. Every time I go to NAMM, the last time I went was in 2020 NAMM, and you see people and get to interact with people that are part of the community on here. And it's amazing. But it happens so rarely. YouTubers never get to meet or rarely get to meet people that watch their videos. I went to see Pat Metheny this past weekend, and I'm standing in line to get in, and people recognize me because they watched the Pat Metheny interview. And I got a chance to go backstage and talk to Pat, which was great. And he said, wow, I can't believe that the video did so well. And I said, well, there's a lot of interest in hearing what you have to say on my channel through this community here. So beginning today, you can click the link in the description below. It's the Live Nation link, and pick up your ticket. It's a small venue, the Gramercy Theater. It's on 23rd Street in New York City. And get a chance to come and check out a show in person. It's a small enough place you can just ask questions and I'll answer them. I'm really looking forward to it. It's not something that I thought about doing, but I think it's going to be pretty cool. I'm going to have a couple special guests, but a big part of it will be playing things that I can't play on the channel, talking about it, things that I'm passionate about, and connecting with you. So I hope to see you guys there. Thanks for watching.